What's going on? It's the Fears Man, and welcome back to the Fears Podcast. I'm your host, Fears, the main man, the myth, the man, the legend that is Fears. I tried to go live earlier, but out of respect for Banjo, I stopped the live, listened to his show, and then I decided to take a shower, and then after my shower, now I'm going live. So shouldn't be any more interruptions, and I didn't want to step on anyone's stream time or anything like that. So anyway, welcome. This is we just finished day two. We just finished day two. Anyway, let me call Lantern and let him know I'm live so everybody can get here. So give me 1 second. Let me see. I'm gonna call Lantern. Okay, let me call Lantern. Okay, hang on. Yo, Lantern. I have to be kind of quiet because everyone's asleep. Yeah. So I can't talk too loud, buddy. But let everybody know. Let everybody know that I'm live. I'm live. And can you drop that link? Hey, Lantern. Here's a little quiet one. Here's a baby one. You ready? Damn. Shh. Lantern. That was a juicy. That was a little one, but a juicy one. Yeah. Mama Tade. How you doing? That's good. Oh, goddamn. Lantern, I just shit my pants. I have to go change them. I know, pew. Damn. All right, Lantern, I'll see you in the chat. Spread the word. Get everybody there. All right, I'll see you later. Shunk. Anyway, that was a little baby one. That was a baby one. Anyway, give me 1 second. All right. Anyway, let's get rolling. Let's get moseying. All right. Yo, what's up? We got 11 people watching. That's awesome, dude. That is awesome. So yeah. Uh-oh. There's that fake Tina in the chat. Well, we're just going to take care of her right now. There it is. Because I know that isn't Tina. And we're just going to take care of that right now. Then I'm going to go right to her channel, or his channel, whoever it is, and block it. Because you have to go to the channel and block it. Because if you just if you just block it in the chat, then they can still talk and all that. So, yep, I'm going to take care of that right now. I'm going to make sure the tiny Tina is blocked on both channels. So give me 1 second. That's right. Because I am Tina's friend, and I'm not going to put up with this crap. So now tiny Tina is blocked on both channels. So there it is. Well, that was unfortunate about Banjo's channel. I just want to let everybody know that that was not me. That was not me. I tried to come in because Banjo was throwing out a lot of accusations and stuff, but that was not me at the end. I just want to let you know. I just wrote Jeremy a message. He accepted my friend request on Discord, and I just want to read because I think what's happening is uh, trolls are telling Jeremy that I called him a retard, and I absolutely didn't. So let me just read you what I wrote. So I said, hey Jeremy. I said it's Fears. He says, hey. I said, hey man, I did not call you a retard. I said, it's trolls saying I did, but I did not, I promise. I said, I am sorry that happened to you. I really am. And then he says, I'm sorry, that's why I quit streaming. And I said, I understand. And then I said, I did not say that. I promise you. I said, if I said, why would I call you that if I was friends with Sega? Because Sega has autism. So I said, but I promise you I would never call someone a retard. I said, I think you're a cool person. I said, and then he apologized to me. I said, no need to say sorry. He says, if you want to talk on a call, we can. Uh, and I'm going to write him back. I'm going to say, I'm in a show right now, but I'll call you after the show. I am in a show right now, but I will call you after. So I just wanted to put that baby to rest. I wanted to put that baby to rest because I did not, um, I did not um, call Jeremy that whatsoever. So yeah. Anyway, um, I'm just really sorry about all this drama. But anyway, we'll get to the community healing thing at the end of the show because I want to show you guys what I've been doing. I want to tell you guys what I've been doing and stuff. So yeah. So yeah. Anyway, I hope everyone's having a good day. Hope everyone's having a wonderful day. So let me just start. Landon says, "Yeah, woo." We're in the chat. Pixel says, "What's up, Fears? What's up? What's up?" He says, "Chat it up, chat it up." I can't speak really loud because it's 12:37 and everyone's asleep. My mom's kind of an older person, so she likes to go to bed early. And then my brother was gone all day. My brother took my nephew Shelton and his wife, and they went to my brother's wife's farm for a big party. And they were like roasting hot dogs and hamburgers all day. So it was just really me and my mom today. So I just want to clear up a couple of things. The reason why I didn't hang out with my mom is my mom was busy today at church. She sews. So Banjo was like, "Why are you going shopping and not hanging out with your mom?" Well, first of all, you know, I don't have to be with my mom 24/7. Plus, she was busy today. So let me just explain something. I guess I'll just do the community healing now, and then I'll do the nerd hall and everything else because I want to get all this stuff out of the way because I am so sick to death of talking about it. Oh my god, it's fucking drama every single fucking day. So, I got in yesterday. I hung out with my family the entire time. He's like, well, Fears is probably jet lag, so it probably wasn't a good time. How do you know you weren't there? Yes, I was a little jet lagged, but we still had a great time. We had lunch together. My mom drove me home. Uh, we went shopping because I had to pick up some soy milk and some stuff to eat around the house. And then we came home and we pretty much chatted all day. I got to meet Shelton and we just sat in the front room and me and my mom had tea and my brother came over and we hung out with my brother and my brother's wife and Shelton. And I finally got to meet Shelton and he's the cutest little guy ever. I've took one photo so far, but I'll show you guys. And I got him in the vlog today when they finally came back from that barbecue. So I just got him in the vlog real quick, kind of a cameo. I said, "Hey guys," I said, "say hi to the new member of the Feeders family." But he was tired, so I just told my brother, I said, "Yeah, you probably should put him to bed." I said, so before he went to bed, I just grabbed him and I held him right here and I just said, "Hey," I said, "say hi to the fans," you know, and then one day this week, I'm gonna just physically give Shelton the camera and be like, "All right, show me your camera skills." But we've been hanging out, so the reason why I didn't hang out with my mom today is I got up and I said, "Hey, what are we doing today?" And my mom was like, "Well, your brother's going to a barbecue." And I said, "Oh, do you wanna hang out?" And she goes, "Oh," she goes, "I'd like to," but she goes, "I'm gonna go sewing at church with all my girlfriends." And I said, "Oh, okay." I said and she's like, "What are you gonna do?" I said, "I'll probably just, like, maybe edit today." I said, "If you're gonna do that." And then my mom's like, "Oh, you should go out and do something." I said, "Okay." So, then he said all this then Banjo said all this and I'm not gonna make it a bashing stream, I'm just trying to clarify because there's a lot of accusations. Because Banjo's not there, anyone else is not there, I'm just trying to clear the air on a couple things because 'cause I'm not lying. The reason why I went out to those places and streamed is because I couldn't hang out with my mom today. My mom, let's see, it's 12:40 in Missouri. My mom didn't get home like with her with like from church until like I don't know 8:30. I didn't get home until 9. So because she was at church, I said, "Oh well, I probably shouldn't just waste a day." And I said, "Oh, today would be a perfect day to go to all my favorite stores." So I went to Spirit Halloween, I went to Walmart, and the reason why I went to Walmart is I went to the Walmart that I used to work at to say hello to all my old friends because some of my old friends still work there. So I went there. I went to Spirit Halloween because I wanted to get some footage for the vlog. Of course, I went to V Stock, and I went to Slackers, and I bought a whole bunch of like my movies and stuff that I wanted. So I thought, oh, I'll get that out of the way because I always go to Vintage Stock and Slackers twice. The trip. I always go once at the beginning of the trip and one at the end. So him saying that I wasn't hanging out with my family, I was like, no, I've been hanging out with my family, you know. But we don't have to be together, 24/7. And I probably shouldn't give my opinion on the whole Tina thing because every time I give my opinion, all hell breaks loose. I don't really know what the hell's going on, and I feel so bad for Tina. I think trolls are just making fun of her because I'm friends with Dave and James and Tina. And so they want to hurt me. So they're doing all this crazy stuff to Tina. I think that's what it is. And it's disgusting. It's disgusting, Pixel. So I don't know. I mean, I know that that photo is Carrie because unfortunately, it's not rocket science how Carrie's nudes got out. Back in the day, Carrie was buck wild and she would throw all those nudes to anyone in the community. And unfortunately, I've seen that one that they made the nude out of Tina. I don't have it. Someone tonight on Banjos said, "Does Fears have it?" I don't have any nudes of Carrie. And the nude that I did have of Carrie, Pixel, you thought it was funny and said, "Hey, Carrie, show Fears, your ass." I opened it up and I went a long time ago and I said, "Oh, that's disgusting," and I hit delete. The nude that they made of Tina, somebody a long time ago showed me that nude of Carrie, and I was like, "Well, that's disgusting." So I don't know who made it. It sure as hell wasn't me. I think it's childish. I think it's immature. I think it's bullshit. Tina's done nothing wrong. Nothing wrong. It's crazy. It really is. And I'm not saying Larry did this. I'm not saying Banjo did this. This is just my opinions. If I'm wrong, I will come clean. So last night, clearly Banjo knows how to do a stream, right? So does Larry. It's not rocket science. If you don't want someone in your StreamYard, you don't accept them in. You don't accept them in. Like, I honestly don't believe that his computer is cloned and all that crap. If it is, if he can show me proof that it's cloned, then, I'll believe it. But you really can't believe anyone online. There's only a couple of people online that I actually trust, if I'm being honest. So I thought it was just a great acting performance. If I'm wrong, I will come clean. So I'm like, well, look at this. They say they're not going to do a troll stream, and then they do a troll stream. The only time anyone's ever come into my live is if I think it's somebody else. Like let's say I think it's Lantern, and then Lantern pranked me, that one time, and they show nudes, and so I took it down. But Banjo, he let that guy in with those nudes a million times, and he's like, "Oh, I don't know how to work it. I don't know how to work it." Yes, you do. Yes, you do. It's not rocket science. You set up a live, you say, "Oh, that person wants to come in." You click their name, they come in. Whenever anyone wants to leave, they drop out. Or you can kick people out. So either it's a big coincidence and I'm wrong, and and he truly doesn't know how to use StreamYards, or it was the greatest acting performance I've ever seen in my entire life. So, and I hate to call them out, but I'll give Larry this. He did say something nice yesterday, but he lied today. He called me. He called me after I did the StreamYards stream at um, Spirit Halloween and said, Fears, the police are after you. They're looking into all your background stuff. And I was like, well, that's a lie. I said, why would they be looking at me? I said, I didn't make up a police report. Dave made up a police report. So if somebody truly needs to talk to what's going on with all this crap, it's Dave, because I didn't make the police report. Dave made the police report. So him saying, "Hey, Fears," obviously he left a voicemail and said, "Hey, Fears, obviously you're not trying to help Tina out," which is a lie. I've been very helpful to Tina and Dave. I've been letting them know everything. Anytime someone mentions Dave or Tina, I call Dave up and let him know. So that's a lie right there. And I called Dave right after I heard this message. I said, "Hey, Dave," I said, "I've got good news and I got bad news." He's like, "Yeah, what's the good news?" I said, "Well, the good news is," I said, "I've been having a hell of a time on my trip so far, and I got tons of Blu-ray gems." So I said, "Get ready for some epic content and get ready for some more movie reviews." And he says, "That is good news." I said, "Yeah." I said, "I got some bad news, though." I said, "Larry called me again." And he said, "Oh, God." He goes, "What now?" I said, "Well," I said, "he called me and said that you're not trying to help Tina out and that the police are involved now." And he goes, "Fears, you need to unblock me. You need to unblock me. You need to unblock me." And, they're going through all your history too, Fears. They would that's an absolute lie. They would never go through my history because I have nothing to do with it. They would talk to Dave. So I was just like, this is absolutely insanity you know? And so I said, "Dave, he's lying. He's lying through his teeth. And I said, "I have nothing to do with that." And Dave goes, "Yeah, Fears, that makes sense." He goes, "Why would they contact you?" I said, "They wouldn't contact me, buddy." I said, "They would contact you because," I said, "these trolls are insulting your wife. You made the police report. I have nothing to do with it. So if they talk to anyone, they talk to you." And he said, "Yeah, that makes sense." And I'm not bad mouthing Larry, I'm not bad mouthing Banjo. I'm just saying what's fact and what's fiction. That is absolute fact. I have nothing to do with it. If somebody was looking through my history, the police or the FBI, don't you think I would have gotten a call by now? I haven't gotten a call from any police. So they're lying. They're lying. So, and then I hate to call them out again, even though Larry said something good last night, they were jabbing. They were doing personal jabs at Fears all last night. He was talking quietly like me to Lantern. That's a jab at me. Then they were making smart ass little comments all last night. They can lie all they want. I went back and I listened to I listened to the first stream for about 2.5 hours until it got taken down, probably by YouTube, and then I fell asleep, and then I woke up, I don't know, about an hour later, and they did a second one, and I listened to the entire second one, and the whole time, Banjo, just to piss me off, was putting my picture up, and he was doing the black dildo thing, so even though they're not saying anything, they're doing personal jabs at me. So you're not fooling anyone. You're not. So, and he says he's just joking, but all that shit is so immature, and people are accusing me of things, and it's just ridiculous. And even doing smart ass little comments, I don't mind joking, but Larry and me are not getting along, so he shouldn't murmur a peep about me. What does he do? He goes in there a few days ago, right away says something. But I'll take responsibility for my actions. I even accepted the challenge, and today I said, "Oh, look, Larry and Banjo are doing this." I should have never even said anything. I shouldn't even have stated my opinion. So from now on, when it comes to Larry, Banjo, and these Tina nudes and all this bullshit, I'm just staying out of it because I have nothing to do with it. And no matter what I say, Larry and Banjo are not going to believe me, and I'm just so sick of their bullshit. And You know, that's all I gotta say about that, you know? And then he said tonight I was being a temper tantrum. I don't care that he timed me out. I was laughing absolutely the entire time, and I just kept flip-flopping back to, my first channel and my vlog channel because he wouldn't let me get a word in. Well, that's being kinda childish right there, and I knew as soon as that fake Fears came in and showed that nude at the end of Banjo's, they were gonna blame it on me. So, I'm here to tell you, I was trying to get in there to tell Banjo and Larry all this stuff that I just told you guys and to defend myself, but whoever that troll was beat me to it, and I was just like, "Well, now everyone's gonna think that's me," and I said it absolutely was not me. So, yeah. Anyway, I'll get back to the chat in a minute. So, I wish I didn't have to fight with Larry. I really don't. I don't want to. But I know Larry was lying because he says, "You need to unblock me. You need to unblock me," in that message. If people were truly after me like the cops, Larry would not say, "You need to unblock me. You need to unblock me." That wouldn't even have be a thought in his mind. So he's lying, you know? So and Banjo likes to push people's buttons. He kind of reminds me of Yakov, the whole flip-flopping thing. He can be nice, but then he does something disrespectful, like take a picture of me and put a black cock, near my mouth, in the thing. It's so stupid. Then he puts like a white cum thing on my face. It's so stupid. Larry says smart-ass comments too. Larry's the same way. He can be nice, but then he'll say some smart-ass comments, under his breath, or whatever. So I just hope all this bullshit gets resolved. And I don't even know what the hell's going on now. Now Carrie's involved, or they think Carrie's involved. And I'm like, it wouldn't surprise me because Carrie is a crazy, crazy, manic, you know what, and I have nothing against her anymore, but I've apologized to Carrie a million times right to her face and in lives, and she still won't accept my apology, so like, I'll give you another example. There was no need for her to do that troll stream, a couple weeks ago. Somebody whispered into her ear, "Hey, troll stream, do it," and she just likes the views. She likes the attention. I haven't talked to Carrie in years. So they always make me out to be the bad guy, or they almost always make me out to be the bad guy. It's just ridiculous. But on a good note, I'm having a good vacation. Absolutely. And the only reason I didn't tune into all of Banjo's stream. I just heard a little bit of it. Um, when my mom and my brother got home, we everybody had already eaten dinner, so we just sat down, had some tea, and we just talked for a while. And then I came in here and I was gonna start a live because I wanted to show you guys all the stuff that I got. And I thought, oh well, Banjo's starting. I said I'll get shit if I continue this live. So I stopped it. I went live for about 4 minutes, around there, 4 minutes, 5 minutes. And then I noticed that he went live, and I went, oh shit. I'm like, well, I better let him do it first. But I promise you guys, I do not want to fight with anyone. I wish everybody could get along. That's why I labeled the first thing community healing. So, if I'm telling you, if Larry would just leave me alone for a couple months, I would unblock him. But he keeps constantly harassing me. And I'm not going to unblock someone if they keep constantly harassing me. And then, like tonight, even Visions got mad and said, "Oh, Fears, I may just have to be just a watcher now." And everybody thinks like I'm obsessed with Visions. I'm not obsessed with Visions. I'm just using him as an example right now. He's just my good friend. I appreciate our friendship, but he was trying to say like, "Oh, you always talk about him." That's not true. The only time I bring up Visions is his comments, and if we have similar interest in movies, so I'll ask him a movie question. That's about it. I've never even met him. Anyway, um, but I, th- I think Visions was just joking. Hopefully he still comments, but he even got mad about the retard comment, and I was like, I never called Jeremy a retard. I never did. So I hope you guys believe me. I have never. I literally wrote Jeremy, and I said, oh, hang on, Jeremy wrote me. As soon as my live gets done, I will call you, and we can talk. I talked to him today, so for anyone that didn't hear this, I actually did. I actually did write um, Jeremy, and I said, "I'm sorry that people are saying this, man." Jeremy says, "Hey," I said, "Hey, man, I did not call you a retard." I said, "It's trolls saying that I did, but I promise I'm sorry that it happened to you." And he says, "I'm sorry. That's why I quit YouTube." And I said, "I understand." And then he says, I don't like trolls and drama." And I said, I said, "Jeremy, but I promise you, I never called you a retard." I said, "I think you're a cool person. No need to say sorry." And then I said, and then Jeremy said, "If you want to talk or call, we can." I said, "I'm in a show right now, but I said, I'll call you after." And he says, "What time?" And I said, "As soon as my stream is done, I'll call you and we can talk." So, Jeremy, I'm saying it right now. I did not call you. I did not call you a retard, and I'm sorry that people are telling you that I called you a retard when I really didn't. So, I just hope everybody. I hope everybody will. What's the word? I hope everyone will. I hope they. What is it? I hope everybody will. What's the word? I don't want to get. I don't want to get even more in trouble. Um, I hope every. I hope every. I hope. See, I'm afraid to give my opinion because then it'll be another 5 or 6 troll streams. Uh, uh, how do I say it by not getting in trouble? I hope things get resolved quickly. I mean everything. I hope I hope the thing with me and Larry gets resolved. I hope all this bullshit with people making fun of Tina. Tina is the most sweetest lady ever. And I'm telling you, I feel so bad. I called Dave and I heard Tina and you could ask Dave if anyone thinks I'm lying. I called Dave. I didn't know Tina and James were in the background, and he goes, "Oh," I said, "Dave." I told him all about the Larry crap, him leaving me a voice message, and and then I said, "Oh," I said, "Dude," I said, "I know the reason why they give Tina so much crap." And he's like, "Well, why?" I said, "It's because of me." And he goes, "What do you mean, Fears? You haven't done anything wrong to Tina." I said, "It doesn't matter, Dave." I said, "Because we're friends." I said, "Some trolls don't like me." So I said, they'll hurt me through you guys, and they'll make all these fake nudes and all this other bullshit." And I said, "I've got nothing to do with it." And I said, "I hope Tina's not mad." I said, "I wish I could tell her. I'm so sorry." And he says, "Oh, you can. She's in the background." And she's like, "Oh, hi, John." And I said, "Oh," I said, "Hey, Tina." She goes, "Oh, James is here." I said, "Oh," I said, "I thought this was just me and Dave." I said, "Well, Tina," I said, "you heard what I said." I said, "I'm so sorry that you have to go through this hell." I said, "I am so sorry, Tina, that they're doing this to you." And she goes, and I said, "I hope you're not mad at me, Tina." And then she goes, "No, no, I'm not mad." She goes, "I know you had nothing to do with it." I said, "Yeah, but," I said, "Tina, even though I don't have anything to do with it," I said, "it's disrespectful to do that to someone's wife." I said they should never cross that line. People in this community, they take things too far. They take personal shots at people's family. They try to get people fired. Pixel said, Pixel and Visions told me that they, what is it? What is it whenever you raid someone or what is it, Pixel? They raided Tommy and they raided Josh. That's fucking ridiculous. That's whatever it is when the cops come in while you're doing a live stream and they raid you. Thank God, knock on wood, that no one's ever raided me because that's some scary shit. Anyway, so from now on, I'm just going to be neutral because anytime I give my opinion, it's like the fucking world will come down and like thrash, fears. Like it's fucking World War III ensues. And I'm just so sick of this fucking drama, you know? And again, the thing with Larry is if he would just leave me alone for a couple months, he should have never started it in the beginning. And I'm telling you, he can lie all he wants. There was nothing going on a couple months ago, and trolls, they don't like it when nothing's going on. They're like, "Oh man, there's no drama. We just got to think of something. Let's just think of some bullshit." Larry just made up all that crap about me killing animals and sucking animals off and fucking animals and killing them with poison and all this other bullshit. And I just couldn't take it anymore. I'm like, I don't care what the topic's about. I'm like, I'm so sick to death of all the rumors and the lies and the fucking bullshit. And I finally just said, the hell with you. I don't need this shit. Fuck off. And I blocked him. And if he would have just left me alone, I probably would have cooled off after a month or two and unblocked him. Because I know he said many times in streams, I was just joking around and Fears went nuts. Well, the reason why I went nuts is because they never leave me alone. They never give me a break. Like, oh God, I would rather take 2 months of trolling than a year of trolling. Like I wish they would just troll me for 2 months and then I'd have the rest of the year off. I mean, ideally, I wish there was no trolling whatsoever. But if I could strike a deal with them, I'd be like 2 months of trolling and then just give me the rest of the rest of the year fucking off. They would never do that though. Anyway, so I hope it gets resolved soon, and I'm gonna stay neutral. All right, so that's my community healing, and then I'm gonna move on because I don't want to talk about drama all day. Plus, it's 1 o'clock in the morning, and uh, I just want to do the rest of my stream because tomorrow, my mom understands why I can't hang out. Tomorrow, I cannot miss the Toy Man Toy Show. So tomorrow, I'm hanging out with Chicken Wizard. Hopefully, I meet Eric there. Eric texted me and said, "Hey, Fears, I'm either going to come to the toy show late or not at all." And I said, "Oh, why is that?" And he said, and he just texted me a couple hours ago when I was out and about shopping. He said, "Oh, at the last minute, my wife found some tickets to a concert in Kansas City, Missouri. So we're already on the road." And the, hang on, what did he say? What time did the concert get over? He said, "Oh, the concert doesn't get over until 1 o'clock. So right now in Missouri, it's 1:01. So right now the concert just got off." He says, if I do, Fears, and Kansas City, Missouri's from here is like 3 hours away. So he said, Fears, if I do go to the convention, he goes, I'll probably get there around 11 or 12 because I'll probably want to sleep in because Eric doesn't work on Sundays. And I said, oh, yeah. I said, dude, I said, no worries about that. I said, you and your wife are hanging out. I said, I'm not going to fault you for that. I said, just come late to the convention. And he's gonna be bummed out. He goes, "Here's what we'll do." He goes, "You said you're gonna hang out with your other friend too." I said, "Yeah." I said, "I'm hanging out with my friend, one of my YouTube fans, Chicken Wizard." He said, "Yeah." He goes, "If I don't show up, just hang out with Chicken Wizard." He goes, "As soon as you guys are done hanging out," he goes, "just drive over to my house and we'll hang out at my house for a couple hours." And I said, "That sounds good, buddy." I said, "Just as long as we get to hang out." He goes, "Oh yeah." He goes, "We're definitely gonna hang out, Fears." He goes, "Just I'm gonna be so tired coming back from this concert." I said, what concert did you guys go to? He told me, but I can't. Classic Fears memory. I can't remember the concert name. And he said it's going to be 3 hours drive there, Fears, and 3 hours drive back. I said, yeah. I said, dude, I said if you can't make it, he goes, well, I'm going to try to make it. He goes, if I do come, it'll be somewhere. He goes, what time does the convention start? I said, well, I'm going to try to be there by 8:30. I said because if you get there at 8:30, you have to go in early. And he said, well, what time does it start? I said, it starts at 9. He goes, yeah. He goes, I want to sleep in a little bit. So he goes, I'll either be there right at 9. He goes, or if I'm super dead tired, I'll be there around 11 or 12. He goes, what time does it end? I said, it ends at 3 o'clock in the afternoon. Or, I'm sorry, either 3 or 4. I can't remember. It's one of those. And he said, well, if I don't make it, then we'll hang out. He goes, just come over to my house after. And I said, okay, cool. So, yeah. So that's the only day tomorrow. And I already told my mom, I said, Mom, I cannot miss the Toy Man Toy Show. I said, I'm going to get some great footage. My mom understands. But I said, the rest of the week, I said, I'm down for whatever you want to do, Mom, and hang out. So, yeah. But again, I understand why Banjo took that shot because I don't know Larry's family dynamic, and I should have never said anything about Larry's family. And I'll own up to it. I said, hey, I said, Larry, you should worry. I said, you should worry less about this YouTube drama bullshit and hang out more with your daughter. I should have never said that. That was crossing a line because I don't know Larry and his daughter's relationship. I should have never said anything about that shit. So yeah. So anyway, let's see what else. Anyway, I hope. And the last thing I want to say is, Visions. I hope you aren't just a watcher. I hope you still continue to chat because I promise you, I did not call Jeremy a retard. So uh, I hope you will, I hope you will still comment in the chat. All right, that was my piece. Let's get on with the show. So, um, let's see. Uh, Pixel says fears. What's up? Kate says pew. That's right. Pixel says, damn, pew, dead raccoons. That's right. When fears farts, I fart. Pixel says, howdy, Tina. And then Pixel says, "Oh no, yeah, that's a fake Tina. We got rid of it." Landon says, "Bye, Tros." And then Pixel says, "Get blocked." Oh, I did. Wow, people still use that word in 2025. Yeah, not me, but yeah. Landon says, "Bye, Tros." Pixel says, "Hey, Fears, guess what? More drama. I've been stealing your yogurt." God damn it, Pixel. I knew it was you. I knew it was you. That's all right. We can share the yogurt. Hell yeah. Landon, thank you for that donation. Let's see. Pixel says drama needs to be saved for those tolls, mamas. That's right. Anyway, um, his vlog premieres. Wait a minute. Who's? Oh yeah, Shelton's. Yeah, yeah. So Shelton's gonna have a cameo. I got him in. I got it in. I got him in tonight, Pixel. But I'm gonna hold. I'm gonna give him the camera like later on the week and be like, Shelton, you film. So whatever he films, hopefully he doesn't just drop it, because he's still a baby, Pixel. But I'm gonna give Shelton the camera. I'm gonna turn it on and be like, all right, Shelton, whatever you want to film. If you want to film your face, you want to film the dog. So um, um, I filmed outside today, and then I filmed Enzo and Shelton today when I got back. So yeah. And Shelton, not Shelton, Enzo, he was just napping away. He's lazy. He's like Fears. He likes the naps. So yeah, he definitely likes the naps. So yeah. And then I had Shelton in my hand. I just said, "Hey, here's the new member of the Fears family." And then Shelton didn't even he kind of looked at the camera, but he was more impressed by Enzo because my mom told me, Pixel, that Shelton loves Enzo. Who wouldn't? Enzo's a amazing dog. He's so cute. Um, but Shelton's a cute little guy. I've gotten some photos with him. So then I started filming Enzo, and I was like, Shelton, look, look. And then he pointed. He pointed at Enzo. So I think I got that in the vlog, and then I turned the camera around, and then Shelton was laughing. So you guys will see it. So I'm gonna try to get some more cameos of Shelton in the vlog. But I'm gonna give him the camera. I'm gonna be like, Shelton, here. And I'm gonna turn on the camera, and then I'm gonna give it to him in his hands, Pixel, and see if he can actually film it. But he's only 5 months old, so we'll see what he can film. But you got to start him off young, man. You got to start him off young, getting the vlogs. I technically filmed my first vlog when I was 2 years old because I remember my grandpa gave me the camera, and then my grandpa was filming someone's birthday, and there's footage of it. I'll have to show you guys the classic. It makes me laugh. So I just kind of looked out of the corner of my eye, and I'm like, I think I was like 2 or 3, and I look over and I see my grandpa filming the party, and then he zooms in with me, and he's like, "Hey, Johnny," and then those cameras had big ass lenses back then, so he zooms in, and then I just kind of go and like look over like that, and then he's like, "Hey, what are you doing, Johnny?" And then I walk up and I put my eyeball like this close to the lens, and then you can hear my dad and Grandpa Fears just giggling their asses off because I'm all like sticking my freaking eye in the camera. So technically, that was my first vlog. So yeah, the vlog. Yeah, you got to start the vlog somewhere. So he's definitely in the vlog. Oh yeah, Pixel, Mattman, stay away. If Mattman ever, I'm telling you, if Mattman ever got near Shelton, I'd be up for goddamn murder. I would kick the living shit out of that motherfucker. So yeah, that's right, baby's first vlog. Pixel says, "Send Mama Fears my best wishes." Oh, I will. I will. Because I'm going to hang out with my mom after the convention. It's going to be convention, and then me and hopefully Eric shows up. If he doesn't, it's going to be convention with Chicken Wizard. Then me and Chicken Wizard are going to have lunch. Then Chicken Wizard said, "Hey, I want to take you to this record store, Fears, and it's got a shitload of movies in the back." He said in the front it's got like volume records and 8 tracks and all this other crazy shit, and then in the back there's like a fucking mountain of movies. And I was like, that sounds good to me. And he said it's called the record. It's either the record scene or or the record store or something like that. It's near the convention center. And then I said, and I already told my mom, Pixel. So I said, Mom, I said if Eric doesn't come, I said it's going to be convention and then lunch with Chicken Wizard. We'll probably vlog that. And I'll vlog the convention tomorrow. I said then we're going to go to this record store. I said then I'm going to come back, hang out with Eric for like 2 or 3 hours. As soon as I get done, then the rest of the day I'm going to hang out with you. And then she's like, oh, well, that's good. She's like, well, she's like, I'm going to be busy with your brother and Shelton. I said, well, I'll be back as soon as I can. But I said, this is the only day that I'll be away from you guys. I said, I can't miss the Toy Man show. So forgive me on that. But the rest of the week, I'm hanging out with them. So yeah. Plus, I want to film a little bit and get a good vlog out for you guys. Plus, I don't film a lot of my family. Like, my mom gets nervous sometimes. I did film a lot at her 70s party when she turned 70 last year. I just haven't uploaded it yet. I'm trying to get it out. So yeah. Anyway, but I definitely will give her some well wishes, Pixel, and I appreciate you saying that. Thank you very much. Let's see. Howdy, fangirl Kate. Ken says, "Wow, poor Tina." Yeah, it's insane. It is absolutely insane what Tina has to go through. Joey says, "Well, thank you, Joey. I still think you're wrong about the emos." And Joey, remember when I did the live today in uh, vintage stock? You asked me a question. That's the exact store. So whenever you come back into town, because you said sometimes you do business with all your banking shit. Oh shit, well, I shouldn't have outed you. My bad. Well, they don't know what you do at a bank, so fuck the trolls. Um, um, Whenever you come back into town, you got to check that place out, Joey. I'm telling you, there's records, there's 8 tracks, there's Blu-rays, there's oh, shitloads of music, guitars, video games, old and new, vintage video games, vintage toys. I mean, they go fucking nuts in that place. It is great. It's pretty cool. Banjo did back you up on that. Well, and I appreciate that. That's what I said. I even said that, Pig, so I'm glad that he backed me up. Lantern, everyone is not sleeping because I got 17 people watching. I had my computer hacked before. I mean, if it really happened, it really happened. So, yeah. What's up, Sharon? Coffee first. No, I'm just drinking some water right now, Lantern. It's too late for coffee. I'll have some coffee in the morning, though. So, yeah. Let's see. Hey, what's up, Tina? Good to see you. What is up? So sorry to hear about everything. Yeah, I know, kid. It's nuts. Oh, Banjo is here. Wait, is this the real Banjo? Let me make sure it isn't a troll. Let me see if it's actually the real Banjo. Nope, it's not the real Banjo. It's a fake. It's a fake because it doesn't have any content on, so he's gone. And um, I thought it really was the real Banjo because he said some nice things. He said, just wanted to say the family thing makes sense. I was wrong there, and I apologize for bringing it up. I apologize for the smart-ass comments and the dildo stuff. I do get carried away about joking. It was wrong of me, so I'm sorry. Well, see, I wish that was genuine because it's not the real Banjo. It doesn't have any content on it. So, yeah. No, I admit I was wrong, and I believe you. Oh, no, I knew it wasn't you. Don't worry about it. We're even. In the Discord. Let's see. Hey, Lantern. I do have a childish sense of humor. It was stupid me. I'm sorry. Again, I appreciate the apology. Just I don't know if it's the real Banjo because it doesn't have any content on it. Sharon sounds crazy. Oh, she is. Carrie's nuts. She's gotten better. Carrie's gotten better over the years, but um, yeah. Give me 1 second. Where's my phone? Hang on. Just give me 1 second. I gotta write someone a message because I told Jeremy I would call him after, and I don't want him waiting the entire time because I don't know how long I'm gonna be. right. Let's see. Where did I leave off? Mm, let's see. Uh, Mama Bear says Carrie is crazy. Wait, mommy. Wait, hang on. Carrie's crazy aunt Sharon. She's the one that started all of this crap. Tina, Tina's. What's with these naked photos of you? I've been hearing about. I was emailed some of those. Oh no, I'm getting rid of Sharon. Sharon's a troll. Don't even go there. Don't even go there. Don't say anything bad about my friend Tina. Don't even go there. So that's a troll. Hang on, give me 1 second. Let me get rid of this person. Give me 1 second. Yeah, Tina, I'm not gonna have anyone say anything bad about you because Tina, you get enough hell, and I'm so sorry that they want to hurt you because they don't like me, Tina. And I hate what they're doing to you. It's absolutely disgusting, Tina. And I can't tell you how many. I can say sorry 1,000 times, but they're not going to stop what they're doing, Tina. But I mean, I can control my actions, Tina, and you know for a fact, Tina, I would never disrespect you or Dave or James or anyone in your family, and I appreciate our friendship, Tina, and I appreciate Dave's and I appreciate James's. So just know it's not me, you know. Anyway, let's continue on. Liz says Jeremy quits YouTube at least twice a month every month. Yeah, but Liz, the thing is, I've never called Jeremy a retard. I've, I've never called him a retard, And I don't know much about Jeremy. The only time I've ever talked to him is in random people's streams. I have no reason to call Jeremy. But think about it, Liz. I would never call someone with autism a retard, because if I did, then that would banish my friendship of Sega and Lantern. Sega and Lantern both have autism. I would never disrespect them because they can't help that they have autism. Me and Sega had a blast when he came. I can't wait till Sega comes and visits again, or whenever I get some more money and I go to Canada. I said, Sega, whatever comes first. I said, Sega, if you want to come back down here, and we'll go nuts again, for 5, 6, however many days you come. And he's like, yeah. And he goes, Fears, are you ever going to come visit me? I said, yes, buddy. I said, I don't know when. I said, I swear to God, at some point when I get some more money, I said, a Canada trip would be very expensive. But I said, I'm going to make it happen at some point. And he goes, oh, cool, Fears. And I said, yeah, man. I said, I'll be there. So, yeah. Tina doesn't deserve any of it. Oh, I agree, Pixel. Juicer says, speak your truth, Fears. You don't need to hold back. Well, see, I don't want to hold back. It's just I don't want any more drama. So I've said my piece about it. Fangirl Kate says, "Hey Tina, I'm trying to catch up with the chat so I can get on with my with my nerd hall and all that. You gotta knock harder than that for it to count. I guess so. It's 119 here. Dave is sleeping. All right. Well, Tina, if you could just deliver the message about all the stuff that I said to Dave, I'd appreciate it. Me and you are in the same time zone now, Fears. Wow, cool, awesome. I know, right? Yes, that's right. I do work at FedEx, and yeah, but hopefully I don't work at FedEx for my entire life. I want to find something better. I'm not narking FedEx. I like it. I just don't want to. I know. I know I can find a better job. I know I was meant for something better than just packaging boxes in a truck and then unloading them and then being on the Christmas detail. Because the Christmas detail you do different stuff, but it's a really good gig for right now. I just got to find something, else. But yeah, I'm so glad I met Dave at the convention. He is a cool friend, and he knows. I thought I was the movie master. He knows way more movies about me. He blew my mind the other day about that Monster Squad television thing. I was like, holy shit. Crumble says, "You look uncomfortable. Let's hop up on the bed." I guess I'll do the next stream on the bed. I'm actually not um I'm not uncomfortable. I lean my arms on the pillow. There's just not a desk in here, you know. or there's not a coffee table. Like, you know how like I usually sit on the floor, and the reason why I sit on the floor, because the trolls have always wondered that. My my kitchen table's a little. I'm too short. I'm being honest, and when I sit in the seat, the table goes up to about my waist or my chest somewhere there, but the coffee table is right, like perfect with my chest, and the laptop is a perfect height to see everything on my movie shelf. Plus, I think the movie shelf is a lot cool because I get to put a bunch of cool shit in the background. That's why I sit on the floor and put my laptop on the coffee table, and stream and vlog that way. But yeah, I'm definitely not uncomfortable, Crumbles. But what's up? Good to see you. Let's see here. I'm trying to whiz through everyone's comments. What's up? What's up? What's up? Let's see. No, howdy, Sharon. Nice to meet you. Well, Sharon was a troll because she was saying some crazy stuff about Tina. So yeah. Let's see. Pixel says James, Tina, and Dave are super cool. Oh, Pixel. They're beyond that. Like Pixel, like we've been friends forever, and I cannot wait until we hang out one day, buddy. Because I think you're a cool guy. I mean, yeah, you like to tease and stuff, but like you've never like truly hurt my feelings. Visions are the same way. Visions likes to tease and stuff, but he's never like hurt my feelings. So is Banjo. But some of those other trolls have really like hurt my feelings, and they've hurt other people's feelings. It's ridiculous. It's just bullshit. But yeah, they're beyond cool, Pixel. And I'm saying this as a friend, Pixel. I think you're beyond cool, man. Like you've been supporting Fears since, oh God, holy shit. What is it, 2013, 2014? That's a shitload of time to support someone. So I really appreciate it. I really appreciate it. I appreciate all my loving and loyal fans. Aaron, get off that Tina account. No, that's not Tina. So yeah. Anyway, well, I got to be really quiet because I don't want to wake up any of my family members out of respect for them. So yeah. Oh wow, I got 23 people watching. Awesome. Let's see here. Let me scroll down here. Oh, okay. So Banjo said it's my backup account. If this is truly you, Banjo, and it truly is, and you meant that stuff, then I appreciate that apology. Thank you. I really did. Because I really don't want to fight with everybody. I really don't. And that was big of you to apologize. But yeah, but I promise, my mom was at, not the entire day, but for a good portion of the day, she was at church doing her sewing. She sews quilts, and then they sell them online and at church, and then whatever money they make, they put that money back into the church to like, you know, maintain it and fix things whenever they get broken or whatever. It's her sewing club, so they make quilts and blankets. Has a backup account with no content yet in case he gets. Okay, I just wanted to make sure because I was about to ban it. So Banjo, I would use this one until I unblock you. So you can use this one, but as soon as I unblock the main one, then just don't use the backup. Just use the main one. Banjo sent a bunch of us the channel earlier in case. Okay. Yo, what's up, Dave? Tina just told me a few minutes ago that you were sleeping, but howdy, howdy, howdy. Yeah, and Banjo, I did not. I was going to come in and basically say everything that I said in my stream in yours, and I guess that troll beat me to it. I don't know who it was, but obviously, because I stream and because I've got all my cartoon drawings as like my thumbnails and stuff on my thing, they'll just take like I told Randall, I said, can you do a cartoon drawing of me, John, and I'll put that as my picture on Fears Vlogs. And then there's a picture of Fears Man on Fears Man 26. Every couple of years, I change out my thumbnails and I change out my channel art and all that. And I have Randall design it. And I have Caleb Templeman make them too, because Caleb's been a longtime friend too, and he makes some great shit. So so Caleb will call Randall, and I'll we'll all get in a call, and I'll be like, hey, Randall, if you want to design this, and then Caleb can design Fears Man 26, and Caleb will just be like, because I'm not good at all that. I learned a little bit about photoshopping in film school, but mainly I just focused on film school. Because Larry one time said I went to school for Photoshop. It was a class, but my main focus was film and media arts slash mass communications because I did a double major. Um, so I think I had two classes of Photoshop. I've noodled around with Photoshop, but I don't even have Photoshop on my computer. I have because Photoshop costs a lot, to buy and then download. I have a crappy version of Photoshop. It's called Photogenic, Photogenic, and I've made a couple of thumbnails with Photogenic, and it's basically like a shitty version of Photoshop because Photoshop's like the big one. It's a lot of money. So yeah, let's see here. I made this account in case my others. Okay, I just wanted to make sure. It's a family reunion. This might be the first time a Fear stream has had three family members in the chat at once. Uh, None of my family members are in here. It's just me. Let's see. Let me scroll down here. Yeah. So I hope Visions was just joking. I hope so. Visions, if you're watching, you can comment whenever you want. I promise. I think the troll that said like I called Jeremy a retard when I really didn't. I think that pisses Visions off. I hope is just not a watcher because in Banjo's stream he said I think I'm just gonna be a viewer from now on and not a commenter. And I was like, well, I hope not, because it just wouldn't be the same, because I like to hang out with all you guys in here and hear from everybody. So I sent Visions a message, so I hope he gets it. I told Dave that I woke up out of sleep, letting him know about that Aunt Sharon was on here. Uh, well, I don't think. I think that was a troll, Tina. I don't think that was your real um, aunt. Oh, is it really? Is it really? Is it really her aunt? Uh oh. Is it really her aunt? Uh oh. Hang on. Is that really her aunt? Oh shit. Hang on. Let me unblock her. Hang on. Hang on. Damn. I'm sorry, Sharon. I'm sorry. Hang on. Oh shit. Hopefully she's not pissed off. Hang on. Let me unblock her. I'm sorry, Tina. I did not know that was your aunt. I am so sorry. I thought it was just a troll. I'm very sorry. Hang on. Let me unblock her. Well, thank you guys for telling me. Oh shit. That would have been bad. Dave, Tina, I'm sorry. Okay, she's unblocked. Sharon, I'm sorry. Sharon! Sharon's in the chat. Okay. All right. So I unblocked Sharon. Let me just make sure she's unblocked. Let me go to her channel. Hang on. Yeah, she's unblocked. Okay, good. I'm so far behind in the chat. I'm sorry. That was Tina's aunt. Okay, I unblocked her. Don't worry. I unblocked her. Okay. Okay. That was my aunt Sharon. Okay, I just wanted to make sure. I unblocked her. She wasn't talking about Tina. She was saying Carrie is crazy. Oh yeah, Carrie is crazy. She's nuts. Okay. Yo, what's up? What's up, Bukaki? Good to see you. I'm a little bit behind on the chat. Banjo says, I meant it. I joke too far sometimes, and I shouldn't. I was in the wrong one, and I took it too far. You were right. And, yeah. Well, I appreciate that, Banjo. I appreciate you apologizing. Thank you. What's up, Bukaki? He says, yo. And he says, hi, Kate. What's up? I'm trying to catch up with everyone's chat. Let's see here. Hello, Lantern. Um, that is wild. Yeah, I just wanted to make sure. I'm sorry, Sharon. I did not know that you were related to Tina, so I unblocked you. There's a lot of trolls out there. So yeah. All right, but I think everyone's good. I think I think I unblocked it. Dave just called at Sharon and said if you're on. She said no. Okay, so oh god, is it a troll or not? So it is a troll. Okay, so it is a troll. Okay, because Dave just said yes. I just talked with my aunt. Hang on, let me text Dave. Let me just text Dave. I'm confirming it with Dave. I'm confirming it. And then I'm going to continue on. Dave, I shot you a text. Oh, yeah. It's a troll because someone just said that Sharon girl said autistic piece of shit. Okay, yeah, well, you're gone. Yeah, you're definitely a troll. Bye. Gosh, so confusing. It is a troll. It isn't a troll. Yep, you're gone. Classic fears line. You're gone. So as soon as that Sharon person said autistic piece of you know what, I was like, oh yeah, you're a troll. Well, sorry, I was getting confused. Um, I just wanted to make sure I didn't really time out or block Tina's real aunt. But now that they said this, I was like, yep, you're gone. Pretty low of someone to call someone autistic a piece of shit. I'm telling you, there's insane people. Insane people in there's insane people in on YouTube. It's crazy. I'm kind of creeped out now. This is wild. It's insane, Pixel. I'm telling you, it's absolutely nuts. Anyway, let's continue on. Let's move on. So, I went out shopping. So I'm gonna sit up and I'm gonna show you guys what I got because it's already 1:34 and I need to get on with my stream. And you know, that's crazy. She had me fooled. Yeah, I'm just like I don't want to. I don't want to block anyone's like real family member, you know. Anyway, so let me get my stuff that I want to show you guys. So yeah, all right. So let me just I'll turn it like that. There we are. Let me just tilt it. There we are. Okay, so give me 1 second here. So here's what I got. I will start at. That's right, Lander. We are in the same time zone. Hell yeah. Big shout out to the Mr. Lantern show. So I got these Pixel. I got these new cool cups. I got um this just this generic trick or treat one. So there's that, and then Ghostbusters. They even have the number Pixel of it. We're ready to believe you. And then, whew, hell yeah. So there's that. So now that I've caught everybody up, I'm sorry it took forever to catch everybody up. I caught everybody up. I did the community healing. Hopefully, I healed some stuff. So, yeah. If I didn't, then I tried my best. So yeah, and then I can't buy too much because I have to fit everything in my bag. So I bought a lot today. So I'm gonna save the rest of my room for whenever I go to all these stores again at the very end of the trip. So yeah. So I got a new magnet. I got Nightmare Before Christmas for my um for my fridge, and then I got um this really cool Halloween sticker, Scooby, and then I got this new Jason Voorhees magnet, and this is a new. I already have a Jason Voorhees magnet on my fridge, but this is a new one. Pixel says, "You and Fears are synced. Lantern, same time, same channel." That's right, y'all. That's right. So I got a new. It's a bunch of Pixel. Check this out. It's a bunch of actual dialogue from Friday the 13th. So all the movie lines they put on his mask. You're doomed. You're doomed. All that stuff. That's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. And then you guys saw for all the people that watched my Spirit Halloween one, you guys already saw this. But for the people that didn't see it, I will show you. I will show you. Booyah! So Bukaki and Pixel and everybody else is here. I'm not trying to say his name again, but Visions is my friend, and Visions, if I offended you, I'm sorry. It just sucks. If he's just watching, it's always a party. Like when Visions shows up and comments in the chat. So I hope everything's okay. He could just be working, because sometimes he likes to joke around. I'm sure he'll come around, because it would suck if he never commented ever again. Because I do care about all my friends. Like Bukaki's my friend. I care about him. I care about Visions. I care about Pixel. Anyone that I call a friend, I care about them. I really do. And I don't just. I'm very selective on who I call a friend. All right, so there's that. So that's all the Spirit Halloween stuff. And then I went to Barnes and Noble. Oh, I found some gems. Look out! Look out! You guys are ready. You ready for this, Pixel? You ready for this, Bukaki? Visions, if you're watching, I found some gems, man. Like no other gems. Oh my god. I found some good ones. I cannot wait to watch these and review them for you guys. I'm getting chills. I'm not even kidding, because I found some. I found some really cool stuff, but like really old stuff. I've heard of this. I've just never seen it. The Dead Zone. Pixel, you seen this, Bukaki? The Dead Zone. Oh man, it looks really cool, and I believe it's made by. Is it made by? It's either John Carpenter or David Cronenberg. David Cronenberg. That's right. Let's see. Smoke 'em if you got 'em. Okay, Pixel. One in the air, and then I'm a big Clint Eastwood fan. I freaking love Clint Eastwood movies. I think he's a fantastic actor. I don't even care if he's like 93 or whatever. He's a great actor. Now, he made this one in the 70s, Escape from Alcatraz. Oh my god. Escape from Alcatraz. Hell yeah. Bukagi says, Dead Zone looks familiar. I'm, I've heard of it. I've just never seen it. Now, this I got for two reasons, Bukaki. One, I've seen this before. Two, well, actually, three reasons. One, I've seen this before. Two, it's not in my collection until now. And then my dad loved this movie, and me and my dad watched this movie together. So hell fucking yeah. So hey, Dad, I finally got the fucking movie in the collection. Hell yeah. And then I got some more Star Trek, because there's never enough Star Trek. Star Trek Prodigy, Season 2. I haven't got Season 1 yet. All they had was this, but I eventually will get Season 1, because you guys know I will. So that's what I got at Barnes & Noble. Okay. Let me just put this away. So pretty good nerd haul so far. Let me just grab the other bag. He says Escape from Alcatraz. Yeah, that's a good one. Oh, it is. Oh, it is. It's good. I've seen it. It's fucking epic. And I actually have been to Alcatraz. Me, Bukaki, me, my dad, my mom, my brother, and my British grandma. Um, we all went to California one year. Um, I think I was like, I don't know, 13, 14, 15, and we actually rode the boat over, and I took the Alcatraz tour, and I took a whole bunch of photos with a disposable camera. Those photos are somewhere. I know they're in Missouri because I didn't bring them to Florida with me, so they're around here somewhere. Hang on, let me grab the other bag. Okay, here we go. Papa Fears is jazzed to see you got it. I know he is, Pixel, because my dad freaking loved that movie. All right, here we go. So these are from um, these are from Vintage Stock. Are you guys ready? Are you guys ready for this? Yo, what's up? What's up, Visions? Good to see you. We're just starting the nerd haul, so you haven't missed much. So I found some gems. I found some epic gems. I'm trying to do this quickly because I had to do all the community healing stuff and catch up with everybody in the chat. Plus, I'm getting tired, and I've got a convention that starts at 9 o'clock tomorrow. So yeah. All right. So I found a whole bunch of good ones. So you guys know that I have Creep Show season 4. So I tried to find like 2, 3, and 1. I couldn't find 2 and 3, so I may have to order them. But I found season 1. Oh, hang on. I found season 1, so I finally got season 1. So we're already starting off good. So I cannot wait to watch season 1. Oh, yeah. Dude, look at this guy. Hang on, where is he? This guy's going fucking nuts back here. Look at this guy. He's going pretty fucking nuts. So there's that. Next. Oh, that's right, Visions. A little bit of, finally, Sleepaway Camp. Sleepaway Camp. That's right, Pixel. Now they had Sleepaway Camp 2 and 3, but they were on 4K and they were just too expensive. Like Sleepaway Camp 2 was like $80, and I was like, I'm not paying $80. This one was $13. So yeah, I'll have to order Sleepaway Camp 2, 3, and 4 later on. You won't be coming home. You won't be coming home. So, oh yeah, but yeah, they just wanted they had 2, 3, and 4 like in a value pack, and it was like $80. The reason why I got this one, it was $13.99. I'm like, that's a good deal. The $80 one, I was like, oh fuck that noise. So yeah, I buy the deals, and all the yellow stickers at Vintage Stock, it's used, so you get you get a cheaper deal if it's used. If it's a white sticker, it's brand new. But even still, $13.99, that's pretty good. See, it says new on it, so it says new. All the white ones are new, and then look, all the yellow stickers is used, and you get a discount on them. That's what I like about Vintage Stock. So yeah, let's see here. Um, uh, the chat healing can now commence. That's right, y'all. Vision says, well, howdy, Lantern, my other boyfriend. I'm not your boyfriend, Visions. We're just good friends, but I know you're fucking around with me, and you're fucking hilarious. Bukagi says, oh, nice, Fears. Yeah, as soon as I saw Sleepaway Camp, I was like, oh, well, I have to get that. I said, I've been telling the fans forever. And I believe that's on the list. I'm pretty sure that's on the fucking list. And I have bad news, guys. I accidentally forgot to bring the list. I thought I had everything. I thought it was in the backpack. I get here, I unzip the backpack today, and I was about to grab the list when I went shopping, and I'm looking, and I was like, oh, son of a bitch, I left the fucking list in Florida. So I have a pretty good memory when it comes to movies, so I know a few things off the list. I know for sure this is on the fucking list, so when I get home, I'm scratching it off. So, yeah, buddy. Mm, let's see. Pixel says 2 is kind of rare. I like the commentary. Well, they even went more nuts with it. Pixel. They had this one by itself, right? Then they had in a box set. It said Sleepaway Camp Essential Survival Kit, and it was in a white bin, and it had 2, 3, and 4 together. I know there's more. You told me, Pixel. You said there's one, two, three. You said there's 5 of them, right? Is there 5 or is there 6 of them? I know there's more than 4. So they had this one for $13.99. I was like, oh, that's a deal. It's new. Yeah, I'll get that. But the survival kit one that had 2, 3, and 4, they wanted like $80. Well, technically 85 with tax. And I was like, fuck that. I'm not paying $85 for that. And there's no way. So, Pixel, let me know. Is there 4 of them or is there 5? Yeah, the survival kit is super rare and it's expensive and going up. Yeah, yeah, I found it. I wanted it. I wanted one, two, three, and 4. They wanted like $85, and I was like, I'll just get it some other time. I'm like, the hell with that. I'm like, that's not fucking happening. I was like, no way. So yeah. Anyway, Vision says good deal. Oh yeah, hell yeah, it was a good deal. Pixel, how many is there? Is there 4 of them or is there 5 sleepaway camps? Anyway, so this first and then this. So I found some pretty good ones. I'm telling you, vintage stock has only ever disappointed me when it comes to Ski Patrol. That was fucking hot shit garbage. It was hot shit garbage, and then that fucking joystick was kind of good. It was a C plus because there was so many amazing hot 80s chicks in there with their boobies all flopping around. They were fucking great. But besides the boobies, it was shit garbage. Now you got to get Felissa Rose to sign it. Oh, that's fucking happening. That's fucking happening. And you know what I'm gonna do, Pixel? I'm gonna buy 2. I'm gonna have one for her just to sign, so I can put it on the wall or on the movie prop shelf or somewhere there. And then I'm gonna buy another one that I can actually put on the movie shelf. So yeah. So there it is. I thought 4, but I could be wrong. 1 was never fully finished. Oh, but Fears, I'm the movie fucking master. I will find the unused footage and I'll fucking edit it together and I'll have it in the collection because I gotta have all 5. Did you really go on a Star Trek cruise? No, no, Visions. I did not. I wish. That sounds fun to me because I love Star Trek. I found this shirt at Goodwill for like $1. So if I ever do go on a Star Trek cruise, 2 things is happening. 1, I'm gonna fucking vlog the hell out of it, and 2, I'm gonna wear this shirt. So hell yeah. Pretty sure she is. I wrote him on Instagram a couple months back, and he never wrote back. Is Felicity still with that guy from CKY? I have no idea. But Visions just responded. He says, pretty sure she is. I wrote him on Instagram. Well, I love CKY. My buddy Eric got me into CKY. We're going to do merch for him. Oh, that's cool. That's cool. No, but to answer your question, Visions, you guys know if Fears had the money to go on a Star Trek cruise, I would because I'm such a big fucking nerd. But no, Visions, I found this shirt and I like anything Star Trek, and I thought, oh, that'll be a cool shirt just to wear, just to hang out in or just work out in, and I got it for $1 at Goodwill. But if I ever do go on a cruise, I'm fucking bringing this shirt. I had just watched an interview with him and then wanted to show him the book. Oh, that's cool. So anyway, to recap, bam, bam. And you know what, guys? I know I'm not going to keep you guys waiting because the movie that Randall gave me was a DVD, so I'm going to give Randall this DVD. I will rewatch this right when I get home, and I will give you an up-to-date review on this movie. I promise. Seriously, this was in my suggested feed. I guess because I'm in Missouri, but what are you reviewing in Missouri? My day. My day. I'm gonna review my day because I was originally from here, Sarah, and then I moved to Florida for a job and just for a fresh start because I've always wanted to live in a tropical place. And the job worked out. Well, at first it didn't work out. I was gonna work for Disney. I worked there for a year and a half, and then I didn't get fired. They let me and like 40,000 people go because of that stupid COVID bullshit. I was actually really enjoying my job at Disney. Maybe one day I'll reapply there and go back. Um, and then I was like, oh shit, well, what am I gonna do? And my friend got me a job um, at like some security thing, and I did that for a couple weeks. And then my buddy quit that security thing. I did it for a couple more months, and then he said, "Hey, Fears, I just got a job at FedEx. You want me to hook you up?" And I went, "Oh yeah." I said, "I'll make way more money at FedEx and than the stupid security thing," and he got me there, and I've been there ever since. So yeah, that copy you got is one of the better versions I have. It's clean looking compared to the DVD. Oh yeah, the DVD one pixel that Randall got me. I'm not narking Randall. I appreciate the gift from Randall, but now I can give him that DVD back. I'll be like, hey Randall, I appreciate the gift. And really, Randall bought me that gift. He said, Fierce, quit fucking around. Visions has been waiting for a fucking year. Here's the goddamn DVD. Just watch the fucking movie. And I went, okay, Randall. I'm like, yeah, I've made people wait long enough, right? So I did the review, but now that I have the Blu-ray Pixel, I'm just gonna give Randall the DVD back and be like, Randall, like this version's way better because it's digitally remastered, and and Randall actually liked that horror movie. I think he watched it, Pixel. I mean, yeah, I think he watched it. I think he said he's watched. I don't know about all the sequels. He said he watched the first one, and so I'll give him that. And then this one's gonna be way better, and the the DVD didn't have any bonus features. This has got a shitload of bonus features. Look, all that is bonus content, so that's a shitload. So so when I get home, guys, I'm gonna do like a review of my whole trip in its entirety, and then I'm gonna watch it when I get home, and this will be the first review when I get back home. So yeah, Fears, will you secure? Wait, will Fears will secure you, and then ship you whatever you want. Yeah. Okay. I don't know what you're on about, Visions. Watch it a second time with commentary too. It's decently insightful. I will. I will. But Pixel, I don't know if you heard me say this. So when I get back home, Pixel, Visions, everybody else, I'm gonna rewatch this and give you an up to date review. Hell yeah. Because the last time I reviewed it, and I did a video review because Visions, I feel so bad. I made you wait what 2 years, and then you made a fucking you made a fucking live stream. Then you made a fucking book, and you're like, Fears, just you son of a bitch, just fucking watch that goddamn movie. And I did. I'm sorry that it took 2.5 years. All right, what's next? Okay, Pixel, check this out. I'm telling you guys, Bukaki, Visions, Pixel, you guys are my movie friends. I did not disappoint. I love Army of Darkness. I love Evil Dead 2. I'm still on the hunt for Evil Dead 1. But I got some I couldn't find Evil Dead 1. Well, there's hope because I'm going to go to it again at the end of the trip. But I found something really good. Check this out. Ash versus Evil, the complete TV series. Look at that. Oh yeah. Now we're talking. Let's see how many episodes. The complete 38 episode collection of the Ash vs. Evil Dead TV series. Fuck yeah, now we're talking. Hell yeah. Let's see. Cameo Man says, I don't want the DVD Fears. Um, I want playing cards. All right, Randall. Well, if you don't want the DVD, then I'll take the DVD of Sleepaway Camp and I'll take it to Goodwill so somebody else can enjoy it. And Randall, around Christmas time, I will buy you some playing cards. So there you are. So yeah. So yeah. Lord Randall, you are missed. I mean, Randall's still here, Pixel. He's just not here all the time. So yeah. Cameo Man says, I'm sorry, Kate says, hey Randy, what up, Pixel? Lantern Kate. And then Bukeki says, oh cool, don't think I've seen that one. So I gotta find out where this is in the series. Because obviously you watch Evil Dead, and then Evil Dead 2, Army of Darkness, and then I don't want to be loud and wake up my mom. So when I get home, I'm gonna ask Meta, hey, where is this in the series? You know? And then there's the remake, which I want to see the remake too of Evil Dead. And they had, I saw the remake Evil Dead today, but I was like, I'm gonna get this first. I'm gonna get this first. So yeah. Oh, that's a troll. See, this is sick. My grandma has passed away, and some idiot has to make up a fake account of my grandmother. See, this is the kind of crap I'm talking about. People take it way too far. That is sick. That is so demented to fuck with people's family. It makes me sick. It makes me absolutely sick. It's so dumb. It's so dumb. Anyway, let's continue on. Well, give me a second, because someone told me you can't just delete them in the chat. You have to actually go to their channel and block them so they won't come in. Because I'm still trying to find that Fears Gay blog guy and block his channel, because I don't want to see his stupid comments or have people see his stupid comments in my on any of my stuff, because that's just ridiculous. It's just in bad taste. My grandma's been passed away for a year now, and then some dickhead has to come in. That's just so dumb. All right, well, I blocked him. All right, there we go. Anyway, back to what I was saying. Let's see. Bukaki says, "Oh, cool. Don't think I've seen that one. Hi, Cameo Man." And he says, "Hey, Bukaki. Hey, Cameo Man." So when I get back home, I'm gonna find out where it is in the series, because I want to watch them in order. So I've watched Evil Dead 2, then Army of Darkness, which, by the way, if you haven't seen Army of Darkness, it is fucking rad. You guys got to check it out. And then I guess Ash versus Evil comes after Army of Darkness, but I'll find out when I get back home. Or if anybody knows. If anybody knows when this comes in the series, let me know. So yeah. But I still have to find Evil Dead 1. And if I can't find it in a month or two, then I'm just going to go on Amazon and just fucking order the damn thing, because I want to see Evil Dead 1 AS fucking P. So yeah. That's right, Visions. He says Randy has a particular set of skills. I freaking love those movies. What is it? Ketchum or no, what is it's Liam Neeson. He's like, I have a the very particular set of skills. If you let my daughter go now, that'll be the end of it. I won't pursue you. But if you don't, I will look for you. I will find you, and I will kill you. Those movies are fucking great. Anyway, anyway, Ash versus Evil is like current times. He's an old man. Okay, so that comes after everything, Vision. So the correct order is Evil Dead 1, 2, Army of Darkness, then Ash versus Evil, and then after this one, it's the remakes, because the remakes don't really, they're not in the film series. The remakes are something completely different, and I don't think they even have Ash in the remake. But I want to see the remake to see. I bet you it's not. Nothing will be as good as the original, but I want to see the remake just to see. Okay, they filmed this in the '80s, and then here's the remake, and let's see what this is about. So, oh yeah. I got you Troll 2 and Sleepaway Camp, and you still owe me my birthday and Christmas. Randall, I promise. I know. I only bought you one gift last year, Randall. I promise I will get you both this year. That was my bad, Randall. I was low on cash, and I'm sorry. That's right, Randall. Take it. Randall, I promise. I haven't forgotten. So this year I owe you your birthday gift and Christmas. And I know you just want two sets of playing cards. So I promise I'll get you them. It's a new connection to the story. Oh, is it Pixel? Oh, so it is a continuation. Oh, well, that's even better. I'm glad it's not a fucking remake then. I'm glad it's a new connection. Well, fuck yeah. Hell yeah. Okay, let's continue on. Because I need to finish this. Because it's getting kind of late. I may just do the rest tomorrow because it's getting kind of late. All right, here we go. I found this really cool sci-fi movie. It's called The Last Days on Mars. It looks really cool. It's not a documentary. It's an actual. It's a sci-fi action adventure kind of like horror movie. It's all three of them. So there's that. And then I don't think this is a sequel to Forbidden Planet. Um, I think it's a similar name to Forbidden Planet. It's a sci-fi movie. It's one of those dystopian like um, they're trying to get out of the shit in the future and nothing's working. Kind of like Escape from New York style. They're trying to get things back to normal, but it's dystopian future and usually 11 times out of 12 they never get out of the shit that they're in. This one is called Forbidden World. And I know it's not a sequel because the first one is in the 1950s and this one's in the 80s. This one is filmed 1982. But look, it's in a futuristic dystopian. There's like poisonous gas everywhere, and they have to wear these suits. So yeah, so it looked cool. So Forbidden Future, I cannot wait to watch this one. It looks, and you guys know I freaking love the shit out of sci-fi. So as soon as I saw that one, I was like, oh, that's fucking happening. Let's see, my dog is okay, but the guy is getting oh my god, that is insane that happened to your dog. He shot the dog, ignored the dog, and then when my dog lunged at him, he shot. Oh my, that's fucking nuts. Yeah, you should never harm a dog or any animal. That's fucking terrible. Vision says, "Yikes, poor dog." If anybody shot Enzo, I would be up for murder because I'd be like, "You're not touching my dog. You're not fucking hurting my dog." You guys know what I'm about to say. He's my buddy. He's my pal. I've already got some footage of him. Um, we haven't went for a walk yet, but we're going to. And um, my mom bought him some blue tennis balls because I think he chewed up all the fucking yellow ones. And I was like, well, that's unacceptable, Mom. I said, I need to get him some yellow tennis balls because Enzo goes fucking ballistic over yellow tennis balls. So I will get some footage of me walking Enzo, and I will get some footage of me um, playing catch with him. And I filmed him. He was taking a nap in my mom's front living room because he has a bed outside. And then when it's too hot outside, my mom brings him inside and he sleeps on a little bed in the floor in the living room right over here. So, yeah. Well, I'm really sorry about your dog, Sarah. That's nuts. That's insane. All right, next. But yeah, I cannot wait for this one. So I don't think it's a sequel to Forbidden Planet. I just think it's got a similar name. So the 50s one, 19, I almost said 1960. 1956, 1957, they made Forbidden Planet. 1982, this one's called Forbidden World. So it says, look, on on a far distant planet known as Charybdis, a experimental life form known as Subject 20 has been created. In this not too I'm sorry, I misread it. In this futuristic dystopian world, an elite group of scientists in hopes of preventing a major galactic food crisis. So already they're in the shit. It's way in the future. There's a food crisis. They're dealing with some experimental life form, and things are going fucking nuts. And that's when the shit usually hits the fan. So yeah. Oh look. Now they're doing another Grammy Fears. I'm definitely not a sad dwarf. You're a sad human being that likes to make fun of of my grandmother that's passed away. You are a sick, evil fuck. That is so disrespectful. I'm telling you, people are insane. But see, they want me to get upset. I'm not gonna get upset. That's so sick. I'm just gonna go to their channel and just block it. So yeah, that's ridiculous. It's just ridiculous. Give me 1 second here. I'm telling you, people are weird. Like to make fun of someone's dead relative. It's just so disrespectful. It's beyond belief. Oh my god. I'm telling you, there's weirdos out there. I would never make fun of someone's dead relative. It's just sick. That's as sick as that's up there with like the Matman shit. Making fun of someone's dead relative is just as up there with Matman shit. Oh my god. Anyway, whatever. He's blocked. Or he or she, whoever it is blocked. Okay, let's move on. So I did Forbidden World. The next one, I don't know if you guys have ever heard of this one. It sounded hilarious. It's about some town in the 1980s, and it's a quiet little, not really suburban town. It's just a quiet little, I guess, farming town. And then they get attacked. By these worms. This one's called Squirm. I don't know. Have you guys ever heard of Squirm? And so this entire town gets taken over by these large, big, biting worms, and they just like kill everybody. I guess in the town, and it looked hilarious. I thought this was an '80s one. It's not '80s. It's 1976. 1976, but it just looked so funny. I was like, okay, there we are. Let's see. Vision says, my girlfriend disrespected Cobra last weekend, and I ended it with her. Are you serious, Visions? Damn. I hope you're just doing a classic, like Visions joke, because Visions has a weird sense of humor. But yeah, you shouldn't disrespect Cobra. So, but if you guys really did break up, I'm sorry to hear that. I really am. If that's really what happened. I know sometimes you joke around, but you shouldn't disrespect Cobra because he passed away. I watched a little bit of Cobra's dad's tribute. I wish I watched all of it. I got sidetracked. I watched about half of it. I fell asleep and then I had to go to work. I should go back and watch the rest of it. She spoke ill of the dead. I hear you. I hear you. I hear you. So I don't know if you guys have ever heard of Squirm, but basically it's about this town that gets like basically overrun, and all these red, long, gigantic worms start killing everybody in the town. Like, look, worms are coming out of this guy's face. So yeah, so that looked pretty cheesy. That looked hilarious, and so I was like, okay, now watch it. I bet you when I go and hang out with Visions and Bukaki, he'll be like, "Hey, Fears, this is my girlfriend." I'm like, "Oh, like you're hilarious." But yeah, but if it really did happen, and she really did make fun of Josh, yeah, that's not good. That's not good, Visions. I really like Clint's tribute. What I saw, Kate, I need to watch the rest. I watched about halfway, and that tribute that his dad did, from what I saw, it was fantastic. And it wasn't just his dad. It was like a bunch of Josh's friends and stuff. So I'm gonna watch the rest of it. So yeah, it was crazy, but yes, at least the dog is okay. Well, thank God it's okay after getting shot. So yeah, yeah, yeah. I hear you, Sarah. Oh my God, that's crazy. So yeah, so yeah. Bukaki says, "Shout out to Exhume Visions images." Oh, have you used this one, Visions? Oh, I didn't know that you used this one. I just thought it was funny. I thought, oh, it's a '70s '80s one. This was the night of the crawling terror. As soon as I read that at the top, I was like, oh, this is hilarious. And then I read the back. So it's this small little town that gets overrun. I mean, massively overrun by all these like worms and shit. And I was like, this is total '70s horror. I gotta check this out. So yeah. So let me know if you guys ever seen this one. Let me know in the chat. All right, here we go. The next one I found. This one's probably the most random one I found. I read the back. I was fucking dying. I was on the floor, almost dying of tears, because you guys know I find those old, lost, forgotten movies. I watch them. They make me laugh, and I review them. I've never heard of this one. I've never heard of this one. I've never seen this one. Um, just the back cover I read and the front cover, I lost my mind. This one is called Blood Dolls. Blood Dolls. Digitally remastered. Blood Dolls. Look at this fucking guy. Blood Dolls. I'm fucking losing it. So I cannot wait to sit down and watch Blood Dolls. Follow the weird adventures of wealthy, lunatic Virgil Travis, an energetic billionaire whose bizarre masks conceals a deadly secret. To satisfy his fanatic kinks, Virgil kidnaps an all-girl rock band and creates a trio of killer dolls to enact violent vengeance on his enemies. What the hell? Well, look out. Here comes Fears with some blood dolls. Let's see. Tina, you should tell. I would. I would. That's one a day. Blood Dolls is a Charles Band movie from that full moon features. Oh, nice! Bukaki. I still need to go back to that link and buy some. I want to buy that remote movie. You know that remote movie that I saw on that website, because me and my brother used to rent that childhood movie as much as we watched Goonies back then. My brother loved Remote. I liked Remote, but I'd like to watch it again. My brother was more into Remote, and I was more into the Goonies. And then my brother liked Goonies, and it was just vice versa. But I remembered renting that Remote movie like forever, and that's on that site too. So I've never even heard of Blood Dolls, because when I went to that site, I guess I missed this one. So I can't wait to watch this. Blood, yeah. You need to watch Samurai Cop Fears. Oh, that's on the list, Randall. I remember you saying that. I still haven't seen Remote. Oh, it's good. It's basically like I used to watch it all the time as a little kid. I think it's like either Disney made it or Universal. It's basically about this nerdy kid, and he really likes this girl, and he really wants to like ask this girl out on a date or whatever, or he wants her to be his girlfriend. And then all of a sudden, these bank robbers um, steal a bunch of money, and they hide out in the unfinished house that they're making at inside the neighborhood that the kid lives in their neighborhood, and they're making some new houses for the subdivision, and they hide out in the unfinished house like it's almost finished, and they're like, oh yeah, this will be a good hideout for us to count all of our money. And so he's a really big nerd, and he likes a bunch of like toys that have to be controlled by remote. And since he's like a genius, he's like a kid genius. He programs one remote to control like all of his like toy cars and all these remote toys, and he basically like takes down the bad guys with like all these remote toys. It's fucking hilarious. Me and my brother used to watch it like when I was 9 and he was 8 and 10 and all that crap. So yeah. um if you didn't watch it as a kid, then you won't like it. But since I watched it so many damn times as a kid, it has to be in the collection at some point. So anyway, Blood Dolls. There we are. Can't wait to watch that. I bet it's a high quality film. And then this one is definitely on the list. I remember this one. And Pixel, Visions, you, Bukaki, and I think Randall told me about this. All four of you guys told me about this, and I finally found it. A little bit of Trick or Treat. Hell yeah. Trick or Treat. So I cannot wait to watch this. It's about the kid that loves the rock band, and he's getting picked on by like all these like bullies at school, and then the rock guy dies, and then I guess he prays for the rock guy because he loves the rock guy and his band, and he's like, dude, please come back from the dead and help me like destroy all these bullies and shit. And then he comes back from the dead, and I guess the kid prays like, oh please man, you're my favorite singer in the band, come back man. And he comes back from the dead, and he takes down the bullies. So hell yeah. 1986. Damn, this thing's super old. What the hell? So I finally found it. So that's gonna be another movie gem. Can't wait to watch this too. This guy is fucking jamming out, like going nuts on the fucking guitar, and he's like screaming at the top of his lungs. Look at that. He's jamming out on the fucking guitar, going fucking nuts. There it is. Alright, so there's that. So, pretty nice haul. All right, I'm gonna be having a lot of movie watches. Okay, Randall, I thought you did. Then the other guys did. I thought you told me about Trick or Treat. I know for a fact you told me about Samurai Cop. I haven't found it yet, but I will. But I really thought you and the guys. Neither did I. Okay, then it was either Pixel or Visions then, Bukaki. I know one of you guys did. I thought you guys are like the movie masters like me too. I thought all four of you guys told me about it. I can't keep track of this shit. So I apologize. I wasn't lying. I just had a fierce classic memory loss. So yeah, I didn't lie about it. So it's either Pixel or Visions told me about it, but I finally found it. That's been on the list for the longest time. Okay, so Randall, Bukaki, I apologize. Now this, I don't think any of these are not on the list. So this is all stuff from Slackers. So I've been wanting this set for a long time. Me and my dad used to watch all those Police Academy movies, and I found a Blu-ray set with all of them. So I got every single Police Academy um, movie, the complete collection. So hell yeah, and they're all they're all Blu-ray. There's only seven of them because I kind of forgot how many were in the series. The seventh one is kind of crap. I like one through six. The seventh one, they go to Moscow or some shit, and it's kind of crap. So we're already starting off pretty good. I told you about Dillian Harper's Thanksgiving stuffing. Yeah, that's true, Randall. I definitely want to eat with her at Thanksgiving, and I definitely want to stuff her at Thanksgiving, and I want to do anything with Dillian Harper because she's hot as hell. So I remember that. I remember that. Okay, let's see. And then I already had this series, but I don't have it on Blu-ray, so I finally found it on Blu-ray. I got the whole set of Quantum Leap on Blu-ray, so Randall, if you want the DVD version, you're more than welcome to have Quantum Leap. But if you don't, then I'm going to take the DVD version and replace it with the Blu-ray. So I cannot wait to sit down and watch all of Quantum Leap digitally remastered. Oh hell yeah! Let's see how many seasons. One, two, five seasons. Nice, nice. Okay, so there's that. And then I found Um, I've seen this one, but I never have it in the collection until now. Young Frankenstein. Oh hell yeah! You guys are noticing a Halloween theme. Almost all these movies have to do either with Halloween or sci-fi or horror or Halloween or whatever. So Young Frankenstein. Oh hell yeah! Hell yeah! And then um, I got this one because I used to watch this all the time as a kid, and I hope I don't get trolled to death because I already read you guys the book and I finally found it on Blu-ray. It's from my childhood. I watch it every year, just like how I watch Charlie Brown's Christmas every year. I liked Charlie Brown as a kid, so I hope I don't get trolled the shit out of it. But I found It's the Great Pumpkin, Charlie Brown, and I didn't even know that the Thanksgiving one existed. So now I have a Charlie Brown Thanksgiving. Hell yeah. I've always liked Charlie Brown ever since I was a little kid. Ever since I was a little kid, I've always enjoyed Charlie Brown. So, and I always watch A Christmas Carol, and I always watch Nightmare Before Christmas, and I always watch A Charlie Brown Christmas. So now I can always watch The Great Pumpkin at Halloween time, and I can watch this around Thanksgiving or on Thanksgiving. And then I should have got this years ago, but I finally found it. You guys know how much I like Star Trek. Now I can drink my coffee in an official Star Trek and the Next Generation mug. Oh hell yeah! As soon as I saw it, I was like, I know my dad would love this mug because he would always bring some type of goofy mug whenever he worked at his computer job. He would either have a Star Trek mug or a Star Wars mug or what, because my dad loves coffee just like me. Look at this. Star Trek, The Next Generation. Oh, hell yeah. Starfleet Academy. Oh, hell yeah. So this is going to be one of my new favorite coffee mugs. I don't know how I'm going to get it home. I'm going to have to put it back in the paper, and then Kate told me to wrap it with a T-shirt, and I hope to God it doesn't get broken on the way back to Florida. So, fingers crossed. So hell yeah. But the best, I'd say the best one that I found at Slackers was probably Quantum Leap, and then this and this, because I never thought I would find these ever. I didn't even know the Thanksgiving one even existed. So I was like, what the hell? But I still can't believe I've seen Young Frankenstein because I love Mel Brooks films, but I haven't seen it in like it's been a good 10 years, so I can't wait to rewatch this. And it's the 40th anniversary one, so hell yeah. Oh my god. Is your name Igor? Actually, it's Igor. Hell yeah. And I can't wait to start watching all these Police Academy movies. Look at all these. I love these Police Academy movies. I always thought they were funny. I always thought they were funny as hell. And if you guys have never seen Quantum Leap, oh, it's such a good 80s TV show. Oh my god. It's kind of futuristic. It takes place, well, it starts in the far future, and then he time travels to different time periods. And I already like time travel to begin with. So, and it's in the 80s, so it's a fucking win-win. So hell yeah. All right, I got one more bag, and then I think I'm just gonna review my day, and then I gotta get some sleep because I'm fucking tired as hell. Okay, I got one more bag. So let me know how the nerd haul is. Let me know. Let's see here. Let me catch up. Randy, I don't understand how he has this much money in the first place. Well, I save, and I pay my bills right away, and yeah, I do okay. I do okay. So yeah. Let's see here. Oh wait, that Sharon person's back. Because you guys said Sharon was a troll. Oh god, she's back. I'm sorry. I'm sorry about that, Tina. I didn't see that Sharon person come back. My bad. Let me get rid of her. I didn't see her right away. Give me 1 second. Okay. Sorry about that. I didn't see her right away. Tina, my apologies. Let's see. I did. I did, Randall. I brought 2 books. I have invested in some books, Randall. So don't even go there. Randall, I have invested in some books. I'm just busy. But I do read here and there, Randall. So uh, I have invested in some books. So there it is. I just like movies more, Randall. But I do read from time to time. I have that Sharon Sheets. Yep, I got you, Dave. I got her. I got her. Are you into like Garbage Pail Kids or trading? I never really, I never really um got into the trading cards, Sarah. But I know what they are. So yeah. Oh, I knew that was coming. Visions. Well, he did read the Charlie Brown book. Just to show you that I'm not lying, I read 4 or 5 chapters of my book at the airport because my flight got delayed. So I read, I think, like two chapters on the airplane, and while I was waiting for my plane, I read the other chapters. So I have been reading. I have, I have been reading. And here's the two books that I brought. I'm not finished with them, but I did read. I have been reading. So, Randall, I'm gonna finish the. I brought my travel Bible because I always bring my travel Bible. I'm about halfway. Or I'm sorry, not halfway. I'm about a quarter into Steve-O, A Hard Kick in the Nuts. It's his second biography movie. I mean, biography book, excuse me. And then I'm on chapter Donnie Dust's book, and Banjo kept calling him Ray Dust. It's not Ray Dust, it's Donnie Dust, my favorite TikToker. And I'm on chapter, what is it? Chapter. This one is chapter. I'm at the end of chapter 1, about to go into chapter 2, because he has very long chapters. Like, this has 35 pages. And usually chapters are only like 20 pages. So, yeah. So I have been reading. So, Randall, don't call me out like that. I am reading. I read this while I'm. This is my travel Bible, and I read a little bit of this yesterday, and I read this on the plane. I read this for 2 hours, and then I read. I'm sorry, I read not 2 hours. I read two. I'm sorry, I'm getting tired. I read two chapters of this, and I read the rest of this. Or almost the rest of this chapter. Excuse me. So I have been reading. I have been reading. So yeah, I definitely have been reading. But I'll be honest, Visions. I know you're joking around. I read the Charlie Brown thing to get everybody into the Halloween spirit. Just like how I always read The Grinch and The Grinch Part Deuce, because now they have a new book around Christmas time. And I read, The Christmas Carol and all that stuff around Christmas. So I just read that just to get everybody into the Halloween spirit. Set a reading goal for next year. Start small, like 10, 15 books or something. I will definitely try. The Great Pumpkin, that's right. The community should start a book club and choose a book to read. That'd be kind of cool. I will send you Infinite Jest. I don't even know what that is, Visions. But okay, cool. Let's see. Steve-O can write. Apparently, he can write, Dukaki. I was pretty surprised, too. You know? I was like, wow. He can do more than do stand-up comedy and do a bunch of jackass stunts. So there you are. All right, this is the last one. So this one I went to Walmart and Visions. I took your advice. You said clown in the cornfield. Did you like that one? I think you said that was okay, right? Did you say you said you enjoyed this one, right, Visions? You said it was all right. I got clown in the cornfield, so I'm gonna check it out. And then I got it. Just looked hilarious. It's from the creators of The Leprechaun, and I've seen almost all the Leprechauns. Not all of them, but almost all of them. I just looked at this and I started losing my fucking mind. I got Rumpelstiltskin. So I cannot wait to watch that. Let's see. Fears, is it true that it's all pink on the inside? When it comes to a lady's vajayjay, oh yeah. Oh yeah. So yeah. Bam Margera on Dr. Phil, he said he created his own language. Yeah, I remember that episode, Randall. When you showed me that crazy, crazy, crazy episode of Bam Margera just screaming at Dr. Phil, just screaming at it was his wife at the time. I think he divorced her and now he's with some other chick, which I don't even know the other chick's name. He went nuts on Dr. Phil and he went nuts on the woman that he was married to at the time. So yeah. See, Vision says it was better than average. I was kind of surprised. I watched that movie the weekend that did the same. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm getting tired. It was better than average. I was kind of surprised. I watched that movie uh, the weekend did the same day, and that was one of the worst things I've ever seen. Okay. Well, at least it was better than average. So yeah. Oh, and you also saw this, Visions. You said this was one of the worst movies you've ever seen. Oh, cool. Oh, well, that means it's one of those movies that's like so horrible it's good. God. Well, I'm looking forward to it. When the fairy tale ends, the nightmare begins. Oh shit. But you got to admit, the Leprechaun ones are fucking great. I love the Leprechaun ones. Well, I can't wait to watch this shit garbage, and it's either going to be a 9 out of 10 for it being so bad, or I'm going to give it a 2 out of 10. So there we are. I go straight for the pink, Sarah. I think most guys do. Did you ever see the Dr. Phil clip of the guest who dressed up just like him, fake baldness and everything? Yes, and he's the inventor of that of those old movies, Bukaki, where they would pay homeless people to do a bunch of crazy stunts and pranks. Like one guy ate the head of a frog. One guy, they took a homeless person and dumped into a dumpster like he was dead asleep. They just picked up his mattress and just threw him into a dumpster, and the guy woke up and he was all surprised, like, hey, what the hell are you doing? I'm just trying to sleep. And then they flicked him off and all this stuff, and I was like, dude, they're doing all this crazy shit to homeless people. That's so fucked up. But oh yeah, I've seen the clip, and he didn't even get through the segment, Bukaki. Dr. Phil kicked the guy off the show. He kicked him off the show, and I was like, damn, he didn't even let him finish. So yeah. No, the movie starring The Weeknd, Hurry Up Tomorrow. It was not pink. It was all stink. Ah. Oh, so you've never seen this one. You saw the other one, Visions. Okay, my bad. Well, I'm still looking forward to seeing this. Oh, that was bum. That was the bum fights guy. Yeah, that was the same guy. The same guy that invented bum fights. Which thank you for reminding me of the name. Um, um, he dressed up as Dr. Phil, and Dr. Phil played a segment of bung fights, and he was so disgusted at bung fights. He said, "I don't even want you on my show. I don't even want to talk about your stupid video. Just get the hell off my set." And he made the guy leave, and I was like, "Oh shit." So anyway, I got Rumpelstiltskin, and I got Clown in a Cornfield, and Vision said this was better than average, so I cannot wait to check this out. I don't even know what it's about. Let me read it. Quinn and her father have just moved to a quiet town of Kettle Springs, hoping for a fresh start. Instead, she discovers a fractured community that has fallen on hard times after the treasured Barpen corn syrup figure emerges from the cornfield to cleanse the town of its burdens, one bloody victim at a time. Oh shit. Welcome to Kettle Springs. The real fun starts when the clown comes out to play. Oh, fucking hell. Well, there it is. I've never been afraid of clowns, ever. I've never been afraid of clowns. Anyway, well, that guy looks extra hilarious. There it is. Let's see here. I did see that. I like the Dr. Phil episode where the guy dressed up as Batman. That one was cool, too. That one was cool. His girlfriend said he sweated in the suit, and the inside of the bat suit was like slime. Oh, God. The Indeclined fella are still doing the stuff based out of Vegas. Oh, man. That's insane, Visions. Oh, the declined guy. Yeah, he watched, like, I remember Dr. Phil. He says, "Let's play the clip." He plays the clip. The clip was supposed to go on for like 2 minutes. After a minute, he says, "Stop, stop, 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 stop." He goes, "I have no interest in this." He goes, "That's so disgusting." He goes, "You can leave." And the guy's like, "How are you gonna silence me, man?" Or he says something like that, and he's like, "Get off my stage." And he just totally said, "Nope." I don't remember exactly what Dr. Phil, but it was something like that. Like after a minute, he was like so disgusted. He goes, "I don't even want to talk. I'm canceling your segment. I want nothing to do with you." He said He said a variation of that, and then just said, "Please leave." Excuse me, I burped. He says, "Please leave. Just get off." And I was like, "Oh my god!" I'm like, I think that's one of the first times I've seen Dr. Phil just say, "Nope, I'm done," because he'll talk to anybody. And that guy must have offended him so bad. He's like, "Nope, fuck you. Get the hell out of here. I want nothing to do with you. Peace. You're out." So yeah. All right. So the next thing I got from Walmart, I wanted to get this one in in Florida, but they were out, so I finally found it in Missouri. This old school Super Mario shirt. Hell yeah. And then I forgot to show you guys this. When I was at Emo's Pizza, I asked them for a little box, and they put gift cards in these boxes. I said, "Well, I love Emo's so much." I said, "Can you guys just make me one of the little boxes? And I just want to put it up with on a shelf with all my nerd stuff." So this lady, I'm telling you, this is a real thing. They put gift cards in these little mini Emo's Pizza boxes. So if you buy someone a gift card, they just open it up like this, and they put the gift card in it. And I said, "Can I just have one of those? And I want to take it back to Florida. I want to just put it on a shelf." And she's like, "You must really like Emo's." I said, "I freaking love Emo's Pizza." And she goes, "You can just have one." She goes, "I'll just make it." She goes, "Let me go in the back and just get you one, and I'll make you the box." And I was like, "Oh hell yeah, thanks a lot." So, oh yeah, so there it is. I gotta put something cool. Maybe I'll put all my memory chips. Like whenever I'm editing, maybe I'll take all my memory chips and all my memory cards and put it in the pizza box. I don't know. I'll find something. Hell yeah. It's a mini pizza. Hell yeah. I may wear this to the convention tomorrow. It's either going to be that or my Ghostbuster T-shirt. I haven't decided. All right. I'm just going to put all this away, and then I'm going to review day 2, and then I got to get the hell out of here because it's 2:38 in the morning, and I'm fucking tired. But Randall, I promise you, I am reading. I'm trying to make an effort. I really am trying to make an effort to read more. I should read more. I'm just obsessed with movies. You guys know this. It's like it's. I'm telling you, Randall. I'm not mad at you for calling me out, Randall. I mean, you just said that because you love me like a brother and you just want the best for me, buddy. You know how much I love movies, Randall. It's like a sickness. It's like a disease. I just fucking love the shit out of movies. But I really will try to make an effort to read more, Randall. I really do. Or I really will. Let's see. Did I put my Bible away? Yeah, my Bible. I have a bigger Bible than this. It. I bring this little one. It's a travel Bible. It just basically sums up the entire Bible in these few pages. And instead of bringing a big Bible that'll take up all your space in your travel bag, I just bring this. But I've got a big Bible at home. So yeah. Oh, I bought some more pins. I forgot to show you guys these. So I've got all the other pins on my other bag, and I just started buying some more pins. So I got Michael. I got this, let's see, I got Michael, I got this Halloween one, I got this skull one, Mario, another skull one, Silver Shamrock, and this Biohazard one that I got at one of Dave's conventions. So, yeah, buddy. I'm going to start filling this bad boy up with pins. Fuck yeah. And there's the nerd hole. So far. That's the nerd hole. Okay. Oh, shit. You know you're getting old when your freaking knee pops. I moved and my fucking knee just popped. Did you ever see that episode where the guy thought he was a wizard and his best friend ran for president? I didn't see that one, Randall. But I believe you because there's a lot of crazy people on fucking Dr. Phil. Cameo Man says, "I just want you to succeed." And I appreciate that, Randall. See, that's why I didn't get mad, Randall, because you're an actual fucking friend like Bukaki and Visions and Pixel, and everybody wants me to be successful, and you guys actually fucking care. So that's why I didn't get mad, Randall. And I really have been trying to lose weight. I've been going to the gym at least 3 times. If I'm not in the gym, I'm fucking walking. I really want to get back to working out 5 days a week and just taking Saturday and Sunday off and no working out on Saturday and Sunday. But I promise I'm going to make more of an effort to read. And I do read here and there. I just love the movies more, buddy. But I will really make an effort. But I appreciate you saying that's one of the most nicest things you've ever said, Randall. And we've been friends for a long time. So you say, I just want you to succeed. Well, I want you to succeed too, Randall. I mean, I want to see another Randall book. I want the Book of Magic, part 3, part 4, part 5, buddy. Hell yeah. Vision says, are you meeting up with Chicken Wizard? Am I still? Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. I texted him. Here we go. Check this out, Visions. Oh, we're meeting up tomorrow. I'm gonna be vlogging. I'm gonna be vlogging. I'm gonna do a little bit of a live stream at the convention. Hell yeah. Um, I'm not gonna tell you guys Chicken Wizard's real name. I said, I told him. Well, this is from yesterday. I said, let's see, where did yesterday start? I said, hey man, I said I just got into town, and then he says, hell yeah, I just woke up. And then he says, hey, I was door dashing all night after work. So I guess he does DoorDash too. And then he says, I'm going to this concert, but we should really check out this cinema bar in St. Louis. We should definitely hit up and then we should check out the record store one day if you can. They have a cool movie room in the back with tons of Blu-rays, like I told you guys. I texted you early, but I don't think the message went through. And then he says, my phone's a piece of crap. And I went, oh yeah, sorry, buddy, I didn't get it, but I'll definitely see you tomorrow. And that record store place sounds really cool. We can definitely hit it up. Let me know. I'm totally down, dude. Whatever you want to do. I'm gonna try to get to the convention by 8 or 8:30, so I can do the early opening. And then I said, my buddy Eric's in Kansas City, and he went to a concert, so he'll if he does show up, it'll be late. If he doesn't show up, I'm just gonna hang out with you, and then after I get done hanging out with you, I'm gonna go hang out with Eric after I hang out with you. And then he says, hell yeah, I'll be there. He says that the cinema bar is pretty cool. It ended up closing the other day, so I guess it closed early, I guess. And he says, I would have liked to come out and hung out with you at Mid Rivers Mall today, but I had a late start because I was up all night door dashing after work. I guess he has two jobs. He has his job and then he does DoorDash every once in a while. And then he said, so I didn't get up until after 4, buddy. And then I said, we can totally go to that record store tomorrow after the show. I said after the show we can grab some food. So I'm looking forward to it. Hell yeah. So I think the plan is, Visions, to answer your question, yes, we still are hanging out. And two, if my buddy Eric doesn't show up, Eric texted me and said, Fears, I'm so tired. They went to Kansas City, him and his wife. He said, Fears, we're in Kansas City right now. We went to a concert. The concert doesn't get done until 1 or 1:30, so it's 2:44, so that means it just ended an hour ago. And he said, what time does it start? I said, it starts at 9 o'clock, but I'm going to try to get there by 8, buddy. And he said, if I do come, Piers, it'll be later on in the day. He said, what time does it close, the convention? I said, it's either 3 or 4. I said, I can't remember. It's around there. And he said, oh, he goes, then I'll try to come around 10:30, 11, 12. He's like, I'll text you when I get there. And he goes, if I don't show up because I'm too tired, he goes, Fears, after you get done hanging out with your other friend, just come over and hang out and I'll show you my nerd cave because you're the only one that hasn't seen it yet because you haven't been around. And I said, oh, I can't wait to see it. He's not going to let me film it though because Eric's a very private person. So I'm like, shit. But I respect my people. I mean, I respect my, not people. I do respect people, but I didn't mean to say that. I respect my friends' privacy. That's what I meant to say. Excuse me. So yeah. So that's right. The Secrets of Being Lucky is coming out soon. That's my next book. Having a clue. Oh yeah, Randall, you need to have the Book of Magic, like 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, fucking 10. That's what you need to do, you know. But yeah, I can't wait, Visions. I haven't been to a Toy Man in a year, and oh god, well since last November. So yeah, so it's been a while. But not only the Toy Man Toy Show. One, Chris is my good friend, and his dad used to do it, and then when he died, Chris got the show. Chris, his dad would be so proud because Chris told me, "Oh yeah, Fears, my dad invented this toy show in the fucking '80s, and people went just fucking buck wild." And I'm like, "In a good way?" And he goes, "Oh yeah," he goes, "In a really good way." All through the '90s, and then when his dad passed, before his dad, he said, "Chris, I'm giving it to you. Make Toyman even more epic." And Chris, whenever you watch this, because Chris watches my shows, Chris, you've made it epic, but then your dad would be proud, and you've made it fucking epic tenfolds over, buddy. I'm like, I fucking love your Toyman show. It's fucking great. So I'm looking forward to the Toyman show. Always looking forward to hanging out with Chicken Wizard. He made me lose it though, Visions, last year when he found that fucking VHS tape. I'm a teenage terrorist. I was losing my fucking teeth. I was laughing so hard my teeth almost eradicated out of my fucking mouth. I was losing my fucking mind. I was laughing hysterically. It was fucking great. Oh my god. He goes, "Hey Fierce, check it out." No, I was fucking rolling. It was over. It was great. So I'm looking forward to hanging out with Chicken Wizard. I'm looking forward to the convention. Looking forward to catching up with Eric, my buddy. He's been my buddy since the end of 8th grade. Me and Eric have been through thick and thin, good times, bad times, crazy times, going fucking nuts. Uh, Looking forward to the convention. I don't know if I'll find anything at the convention, but I'm gonna bring some spending money. So fears. I'll get on those negotiation tactics if and when I find something that I absolutely need. But I've already bought in so much, so yeah. I went a little nuts on day 2. I didn't mean to buy that much, but at least we got an epic nerd haul out of it. So yeah. All right, I'm gonna review Missouri day 2, and then I'm gonna get the hell out of here because I need to shut these little eyes and have a little nap so I can function tomorrow like an actual human being. So yeah. Okay, so review 2. I'm gonna do it real quick, and then I'm gonna get on out of here. So hung out with Shelton and my mom for a little bit, had tea. My brother was gone almost all day at a barbecue. My mom was gone almost all day at her sewing church club that she sews blankets with her girlfriends, and then they sell them back to the church to make money to the church. And then I went shopping at 4 places. I went Spirit, Walmart, Vintage, Stock, and Slackers. And I did a live stream in all of them, but I didn't do a live stream in Barnes and Noble. And then I got some pizza today. I had Emo's Pizza for lunch, and then I had White Castle for dinner, and they were both scrum-dum-yumtious. Oh, they were so good. The pizza, I'm gonna give it 10 out of 10. White Castle, it was kind of. I've tasted better. I've had good White Castle and I've had bad White Castle. On some days, that White Castle's pretty good. Today, I'm gonna give it an 8 out of 10. It wasn't as good. It was still good, but it wasn't as good as I usually get it. Um, what else? I got to hang out with my mom and my brother and my brother's wife and Shelton before everyone took off and did their own thing today. So everybody was doing their own thing today. I'm going to rate today. I'm going to give it a solid 9.7 out of 10. It was a good day. Very good day. The reason why it wasn't a 10 is because I barely got to see the family today. I got to see the family lots yesterday. We almost hung out almost the entire day yesterday. So yeah. Well, technically, it is a new day. It's Sunday. Not yesterday, the day before, the first day. We got to hang out lots. Tomorrow, I just told my mom, I apologize, Mom. I'll be home as soon as I can. I said I cannot miss hanging out with Chicken Wizard. I cannot miss the Toy Man show, and I can't miss hanging out with Eric. I said those things were planned months in advance. My mom's so understanding. I love my mom. She's great. She's just like Grandma Fears. Grandma Fears is like my mom, and Mom is like Grandma Fears. They're both beautiful ladies. My mom's understanding. She goes, "Go hang out with your friends." She goes, "When you come back, we'll have dinner together." And I said, "Hell yeah." So I'm going to spend the rest of tomorrow evening with my family. So that'll be good. That'll be good. So yeah. Anyway, I'm taking off. Well, wait. Cameo Man says the guy that ran for president was a fan of Hellraiser 1, Hellraiser 2. That's not true, Randall. You made everyone believe that I'm a fan of Hellraiser 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. You know what, Randall? I don't really care. I thought that was fucking hilarious. And you're like, and Hellraiser 5. And then you're like, uh, Dillian Harper, the head of state, population 2,000 people, which I did not say. I don't think I said that, Randall. I think you just made that up, but I thought it was fucking hilarious. But the whole Hellraiser thing I thought was funny. I took that as a joke. I was like, well, I don't like Hellraiser, but now everyone's going to think I like Hellraiser. And the way you edited it, Randall, I was fucking losing my mind. I love those campaign promotional videos. So, Randall, whenever they start run whoever the next president is, whenever we start making them, because me and Randall only make those campaign videos around when people are running for president. So Randall, the next time someone new starts running for president, we gotta start, cracking on those promotional videos. Be like, why is John Fears the best man for president? Everybody in the United States will at least get one Blu-ray gem, or some shit like that. Um, I think the better question is why wouldn't you vote for John Fears? Not only will he make a great president, but he's one fucking fantastic superhero, aka Fears Man. Randall, just really slop it on there. Be like, John Fears is a man of action. John Fears is a man of the people. When the people want Taco Bell, John Fears will get them Taco Bell. John Fears likes coffee. Shouldn't the American people have their coffee in the morning? John Fears will provide free coffee every morning if you elect him for president. Like, just go nuts with it, Randall. I love those. I love those campaign videos. Those campaign videos and the promotional videos they're hysterical. I love them. They're great. You're like, John Fears is a man of the people. He talks to men, women, and then he's like men, women, and Klingons. And when you said Klingons, Randall, it was over. I was losing my mind. It was great. Anyway, that was a great long stream. That's right, Visions. John Fears. He's pink on the inside. Aren't we all, though? I'm pink and red on the outside, and I'm pink in the inside. Look. That's right. John Fears will put its little dingaling in a lady's pink, and I'll make it stink. That's right. That's right. Oh, yeah. Now we're talking about him. His best friend does all the promotional videos for him for $0 and 0 cents. Well, you do that out of the kindness of your heart, Reno, but I have thanked you. I took you out to dinner for a couple of times, and I always thank you for all your hard work on Fears Man. I really do. Randall, I have thrown you a couple bucks, though, in recent years because you're like, Fears, I think you should be the one to hire the extra actor for your cartoon. I said, fair enough, Randall. I said, I will. So I have been paying you some money recently. I have. I should have paid you for all the stuff back in the glory days, buddy. But I do appreciate all your hard work. I really do. Because you're a good friend. You're a good guy. All right. I'm taking off. It's 2:54 in the morning, so almost 3 o'clock. I've got to get to bed, buys, and I got to get some sleepo to get on those fucking deals, later on. I don't want to be falling asleep while I'm hanging out with Chicken Wizard. All right, I'll see you guys later. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to Lord Fears, FearsMan26 on YouTube, Fears Vlogs. Subscribe to my friend Randall, Cameo Man 2021, and his second channel, The Manor Magic. Follow the Sega Camp Gamer and Wear Camp. Follow the Sega Camp Gamer 22 on Twitch. Follow my buddy, my pal, Bukaki on YouTube. Follow my buddy, my pal, Visions, www.exhumevisions.com. I want to buy some more shit, Visions, around Christmas time. And my birthday, probably. Around there. Somewhere around there. Or in between. Maybe around Thanksgiving. I'll give you some time to make some cool new threads because I can't wait to see what new T-shirts you make because you always make new T-shirts around Halloween and then around Christmas time you made the Silent Night, Deadly Night stuff for Christmas and I was like, oh hell yeah, I'm getting those. So I can't wait to see what you come up with. Anyway, I'm taking off. Randall, I know you're calling me, but I'm so tired. I'll call you after the stream, buddy. All right. So I'm gonna take off, but this is Fears signing off, and thanks a lot for hanging out with me. And I will talk to you guys tomorrow. I'll probably do another live stream later on tomorrow night to give you guys the whole review of the Toy Man Toy Show. So anyway, last but certainly not least, follow Mr. Lantern. He does a show every Thursday night and every Friday night. And this is Fears signing off. Peace, deuces, and I'll see you guys next time.